And as we're wrapping up this meeting so that we can discuss it in the future, again, because this is a continuous issue that we're talking about, this is not something that we can just resolve in like 30 minutes or 40 minutes that we meet up together. So I think these are just some like discussion points that we need to talk about, and maybe meet up with leadership team and see what potential things that we can do based on our resources that we have at school, whether if we need more monetary resources from the state, do we need more textbooks, do we need more faculty, things like that. So I think one of my solutions that I wrote down, I think that we need to hire teachers with more experience. I think a lot of the faculty, including teachers and also leadership, our average, based on this set of information, this data, is 1 year average experience for leadership team and less than 4 years of experience for our teachers. And I think that a lot of the students, they need somebody with a lot more experience. And clearly I'm younger and I'm contributing to this, but I'm definitely taking more appreciation for my more experienced colleagues like yourselves. I think we need to elect some more diversity with teachers, and this is going to be a hard line that we might be mentioning. If we're trying to be more representative of the student population, we definitely need more Hispanic or Spanish-speaking teachers, so they're able to communicate with families, able to communicate with the students and translate for them, as well as our second biggest population, which is Pashto, or people that speak Farsi. I think maybe if we elect people based on speaking those languages, or maybe to be more culturally inclusive, we need to expand our diversity. But we also have to keep in mind that we cannot break any sort of laws for discrimination. So this is not disqualifying anybody based on their sex, their age, their anything like that. Because as long as somebody is qualified and they have their certification, we know they're more than capable of being a good teacher. I think we just need to be a little bit more, selective on seeing or promoting the type of people that come to this school. Is there something you'd like to share?
Yes, well, something that I would like to actually bring up to the admin is, for example, in my case, I meet with my risk students. Any student that is in my class with less than 3 years here in the US, I go around and see how they're doing, since I'm able to see their grades in other classes. If I see that they have missing assignments or a low grade, I go and talk to the teacher, and I offer myself to see if they need to translate something. Maybe they're not understanding the concept, and once I sit down with them and explain in Spanish what the material is about, they can see an improvement in their grades. So that's something that if I can do that, maybe we can bring it up to the admin team and say, well, maybe we can all do this and try to help everybody else, not just Ms. Guillen's risk students. I think we can actually improve on our data numbers as well.
In my personal opinion, I think that you said one important point, that is reduce the size of class. No 35, maybe a good number is 20 students per class. And older is our population of students that speak native languages is Pashto or Farsi. We need maybe in our conference one translator. Communication it will be more effective.
Good, yeah, I agree with you. I definitely believe that ties in with not only just hiring teachers, but just more staff, even translators that speak Pashto, that speak Farsi, or speak all these other languages for our diverse population of students. I think that your solution for reducing class sizes, again, ties into hiring more staff, but I think that might also help us bridge the instructional gap, where the state average for class sizes, it's 19. So like you said, around 20 would be good to have. And I think students might have more of Mr. Casillas, more of Ms. Guillen, more of Mr. Gibbery, right? They're gonna be able to see or have more one-on-ones I think something that we could also do that my last high school did is that we had Saturday tutorials. And so something that I mentioned is that we don't have any sort of tutorials at all. Our lunches are very different. And so while you have lunch, I have a different lunch. While students have 9th and 10th lunch, 11th and 12th is still in class. And then we're sharing with the middle school. So I think maybe something like on a Saturday, where we can get those like at-risk students that are failing, or students that are definitely needing some more help to catch up on their work. I think we should do something like Saturday school, and maybe do some more incentives as well to motivate the students. Do like a field day. I don't believe we have any sort of field days so far as rewards, or something like a movie day. I do know that we do reward positive behavior on Kickboard, which is our behavior tracker. But I think just doing more, especially to make kids not feel left out in terms of behavior, and specifically target more their academic progress. So I think next time that we meet up, we should try to see if we can come up with a solution with administration. Let's see, maybe we can also get opinions from our other colleagues that were not able to make this meeting. And seeing as we are the electives team, and then you and I are the only Spanish speakers and Spanish teachers, I think that we have a really good connection with our principal that's also an Hispanic male, and we can bring up our concerns in our specific Spanish courses, and then we can talk about the other electives, the arts, the music, and see how we can bridge the gaps for our students there. So I want to thank you guys for coming to this meeting. I appreciate you coming and analyzing this data with me, and helping me analyze and come up with a good solution for my students. So I really appreciate that.